It's the real word. It's the real word. It's the real word. It's the real word.
We on a mission and that's bringing y'all the truth. You know the problem, but we get into the root. The devil watching, yeah, he always on pursuit. But Jesus is our rock, so we shall not be moved. We on a winning team, so we can't lose. We say facts, cause we hitting y'all with proof. Started from the bottom, now we standing on the roof. As God as our witness, we gon' make it to the moon. When you want the truth, the world be hiding it. This the real word, we providing it. We got Ace, BK, Truth, Rick Star, and we plan to make a movie like it's Pixar. We came a long way from the plantation. We just tryna save your souls from damnation. So if you down with the message, tune in every week. It will lead you to the message that you seek.
It's the real word. It's the real word. It's the real word. It's the real word.
Shout out to everybody for watching. Welcome to the Real Word Season 8, Episode 11. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting. Shout out to everybody that has helped us to get this far, thus far. Shout out to everybody that watched last week's episode. The numbers was crazy. Shout out to all the people that has helped us to get this far, that follow us on YouTube. That's www.youtube.com/The Real Word TV. The Real Word TV, one word on YouTube or Facebook. www.facebook.com/The Real Word 7. The Real Word 7, like Mike Vick with The Real Word Ministries Inc.
Go crazy.
On Facebook, you can catch us also on Instagram at The Real Word Ministries Inc. On Instagram at The Real Word Ministries Inc. On Instagram, you can also catch us on podcasts on Spotify, Apple, and Pandora. And SoundCloud. Also on the Brick Network every Tuesday and Thursday, 12, 4, and 1. I'm here with my co-host. Introduce yourself.
You already know the one and only Ace Urban AI. Add me on Instagram, Ace Urban 11. Oh snap! It's the 11th episode, so right on the money.
Impactful.
Okay.
I see Kyrie going to the Lakers.
Don't say that. We're not going to. Championship is crazy. He can just stay where he at.
I mean, you already want to ring with LeBron.
They're not going back to LeBron. Word for another
All I
ring.
have to say, this juice tastes good. But now we gonna have a rap by BK.
Oh shit.
Alright. And I'm here with my other co-host. Introduce yourself, sir.
All I wanted to do was see my mama great. Live
See,
a
we
long
told
life.
Okay. Stop playing with him.
Why you stop?
Well, I thought you was gonna keep going.
I didn't want to take over the show, man.
Yeah.
Baby girl, look at all the things you done for me.
Ooh.
I can't release all
Okay.
Get him. Where can they find you at? Tell them.
You can find me on SoundCloud, BK Truth. It's still the name, you know. Out there spend, my truth. You could be K, you could be truthful, you could be Brooklyn and be truthful, you know? That's how it is. I got some love music too, that's what I'm dropping right
He
now.
got some love music.
Because I find, fellas got a problem talking to the ladies, and I was a good lady, Matthew. Ladies love
Back
what I
in
was
the
saying.
days.
Yeah, even, I still talk to them nicely now.
Yes, you should.
Alright, and we here with a very special new guest. Introduce yourself, sir.
You here with JB Liberty, man. If it ain't me, it ain't him. We in the building.
Alright. So shout out to everybody that has supported so far, thus far. So what up? Tell people a little bit about yourself and what brings you here to the Real Word today.
I'm an artist. I'm an upcoming artist. You feel me? What brought me here today is I just wanted to tap in with people like me. You feel me? I just wanted to step out my comfort lane. You feel me? And just start doing more for myself. So yeah,
You came to the right place, man.
that's risky. I felt that.
He global. He came to the global world.
So what type of music do you do?
That's tough. Like, personally, I can't even give you a certain genre. I speak
All
from my
genres.
word, all genre. You feel me? I'm universal with it. You feel me? So it's like I just speak from my heart. To be honest, like I wasn't never the person to go in the store and write. You feel me? So like whatever I feel is what I portray.
Okay. So what's your best song to you right now that you've done so far?
My best song for me right now is it's gotta be Get Mine. Get Mine featuring Young Spaz. You
About
feel
to
me?
go get the microphone, man.
Yeah.
About to bring it
Yeah, well, if y'all want me,
Y'all doing it right
or if y'all want me to speak,
What's that song about? Get Mine.
Get Mine. It's really about getting what's yours. You feel me? It's like owning up to who you are. You feel me? And it's like not settling for less. You feel me?
You gotta put in the work though.
Talk that talk, man.
And something that we were speaking about earlier is black excellence. Like, and you know what Juneteenth just rolled over. You know, we had a couple strong events that popped off recently, and just motivating the people and pushing the culture. What is black excellence to you guys? Let's expound on that. Who want to go first?
Well, I'll go first. I think black excellence. We're gonna start off with entrepreneurship because we all know at the end of the day. Yes, respect the 9 to 5. The reason why you gotta respect the 9 to 5 is because that's where the secured bag.
Everybody starts somewhere, right?
Yeah, like you use that bag, and you use that bag to invest in yourself. But the thing is, a lot of people they don't really invest in themselves. They just go spend the money, blow it. Then they complain like, "Oh my God, why am I going through this? Why am I going through this?" When at the end of the day, the money is coming out of your pocket. Unless you got a gun to your head, or like if you got like a tremendous amount of kids or something like that, then there should be no reason why you go, bro.
Respectfully, I ain't go.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying, especially when we young. But like, there's a lot of things going around. So sometimes. You get caught up in the moment, but
gotta do what you gotta do in the moment.
Yeah, first you gotta use the 9 to 5 to invest in yourself, and then when you invest in yourself, build your own, build an empire.
Yes,
Because at the end of the day, we out here putting money, we out here paying these bills to all these corporations, and we all know when you break down
Uncle Sam.
Exactly. And when we all break it down, like all these companies they really connected with is really like 6, 7, 8. I'm not really going exactly off of exact number. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they got millions and millions of companies, but it really be broken down to probably like 10, 15 really groups because it's really like a chain.
Or they really working together type shit.
Yeah, just like how we learn in school, it's really like a food chain. So, we really just sending all the money up. That's why, during the pandemic, we got this money, but we gotta
start sending it to our brothers.
We was paying all these bills, and where they go to?
Shout out to Ricard,
it was all going to the us, but you see like a little coincidence during COVID, all these businesses were shut down, but Walmart was never shut down. Amazon was never shut down.
The liquor store never closed.
And then the liquor store.
How we gonna forget about McDonald's, man?
Oh, McDonald's was chopping hard.
But no chicken sandwich, man.
Popeyes too. People died over that sandwich.
People stood online.
The amount of World Star videos.
I stood online. I ain't gonna hold you. I had to taste it one time. I'm like, yo, what's this? They have new chicken? I gotta go check this out.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna touch this temptation one time.
Y'all seen that Boondocks episode when niggas was fiending for the chicken sandwich?
It was direct reference to
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, they like, look at y'all. They use Boondocks as the best examples. We all know we use Boondocks as
black excellence to me, man. It's like a perfect balance of pride and humbleness.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we gotta be prideful in ourselves, but then we can't get too big-headed. That's a thing that be happening to a lot of us. We're so big-headed that we don't want to help people, or we don't even want to share, or we don't want to be a team. Black excellence is having pride in your team, and not being big-headed where it's like, yo, forget the other people. It's more so kind of like Malcolm X, where it's like, yo, we just love ourselves. That's it. There ain't no crime when we love ourselves. We don't hate nobody, but if somebody got a problem with us, it's
gotta defend yourself.
Exactly. You just respond with energy. They give you bad energy, you gotta let it out.
Of course, you gotta defend the team, man.
Yeah, man. Black excellence to me is about teamwork. We was just talking about it outside. We video where we was like talking about the entrepreneur wave, you know, everyone was, you know, trying to have their own business, but nobody was coming together.
Nobody wanted to work as a team to make
doing it by
happen.
yourself take longer than, you know, having partners with you.
Keep that in mind. We gonna get back to that.
Yeah.
Damn, black excellence for me is breaking out of the standards, breaking out of you feel me, breaking out of the expectations that was set for us. You get what I mean? So it's like we I can't even say we was put on this earth to work 9 to 5s to pay our bills and that's it. You feel me? But like that's literally like I can't speak about our past generation. You feel me? But that's literally what they did to us. You get what I mean? You feel me? They put us in a box and they said, yo.
You know, speaking
That's
of
it.
that,
They did put us in the box.
I got a video. I put the link in the thing on my wife sent me the video of like one of those old rappers was talking about. They had like a secret meeting talking about, oh, we're gonna turn music into gangster music, you know.
Oh, it's about KRS.
Yes, he was talking about it, and I'm like, yo, they really did that in terms of. I'm listening to because we was watching on that Jamie
NWA
Foxx.
New World Order.
Yeah, we was watching the Jamie Foxx show on what is it called? Something about do you know the song or something? Don't forget the lyrics, something like that. Yeah. One of those music playing shows, and we're watching him and his daughter, and I'm listening to the old rap music. You know, we had some tunes. You know, the R&B joints. I want to know you. I want to. Yeah, it was definitely like more, you know, positive music, and then
Fight the Power.
Yes, that was the music. That was all that was music. Now it's drugs and gangsters. That's it. Even the women are drugs and gangsters. Yeah. Like,
and look at the society now; it's reflecting.
Yeah,
women became gangsters too.
They're just
Cardi B's their hero right now.
And mind you, they popularized fakeness. No disrespect to
but Nicki Minaj made it regular.
Popularizing fakeness
because they all wanted to be Barbies. What is a Barbie? Made out of plastic.
Yes.
And we know we see it a whole lot of
which is, I gotta be brutally honest, tell the truth, which is a man is still gonna cheat on you with a regular how you looked before.
But there's a difference between when a man cheated and a woman cheated. When a woman cheated,
I think so.
Black excellence is really just stepping out of the normal. You feel me? It's just doing more for yourself. You feel me? Just like
yeah, we was talking about how
it's like
going to clubs is the norm.
Yeah, you feel me? Like everybody just want to be outside, party. You feel me? Pop bottles, smoke weed, fuck some bitches. But it's like it's really more to our life.
Way more.
Way more.
I guess admit I was in that trap for at least 3-4 years in my early 20s. Yeah. That was all I used to think about.
It's crazy. You feel me? Like I just really feel like the more you grow, you feel me, the more you learn. You feel me? It's just like me personally, I wanna be black excellence. You feel me? I wanna.
Would you say your music talk about breaking out of the standards?
Do my music. I'm gonna just get this off the record. I don't make drill music. Oh, okay. I don't make drill music. You feel me? Does my music step outside the standards? Yes.
Oh.
Would you listen to it on a regular? Yes.
Okay.
Would you relate to it? Yes. You feel me? But it's like
I just hear it.
Yeah, I heard it.
You heard it?
No.
Yeah. I'm gonna tap y'all in. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie. Like everybody needs to be on this time to where like we just need better for ourselves. You feel me? Like just working, going back home. Like that's not enough for us. You get what I mean? Like putting food on the table. I understand that's necessary, but like we need to do more for ourselves. You get what I mean? Like, I ain't wanna. Oh, you go ahead.
You good?
I ain't wanna bring this up, but like I was talking to my uncle last week, and I'm like, when I talk to my uncle, I don't really speak to him. You feel me? Like we have an unspoken love relationship. You get what I mean? So I seen them, and I'm like, yo, like, how do you feel about your life right now? You feel me? He was like, yo, I work. You feel me? I could buy two BMWs right now if I wanted to, but I'm not happy. You get what I mean? I'm not where I want to be in life. So I'm sitting here like, damn, nigga, I work a 9 to 5 right now. You feel me? You could buy 2 BMWs. You not happy right now. You could buy a house. You not happy right now. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I get it now. You feel me? Like it's more out there for us. You get what I mean? Than the regular expectations.
So he gotta find what makes him happy.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it above the child. Like this music, like me saying I'm an artist, like I stay 10 toes on this. You get what I mean? Like a month ago, I would have been like, I don't know, it's for anybody. But like me personally, I know I have to do more for myself and my family. You feel me? To the point where like next month, your uncle, his 2 bands go crazy. Your mom, his 5 bands go crazy. You feel me? Like, I want to be that person to impact, you feel me, to impact my environment, to impact my family, you get what I mean?
Drink to death, my brother.
Yeah.
You drank too much today.
You already finished that.
So one thing I would say in regards to Black excellence, a good example would be like one of the posts that I made today. And there was a poster of me and Pastor Pierre, Dr. Pierre. I think most of y'all.
Yeah, he's on the episode.
Yeah. So like,
Pierre was teasing.
we went to a gala for a Black nonprofit, and there was a bunch of Black politicians, Black business owners, Black doctors. You know,
that's nice.
So it's like that was Black excellence to me, and even the picture that I took with him, I'm like, shout out to my brother who's a pastor. And he has his PhD, and he's doing his thing. And he said, shout out to you. Yeah. And then he said, shout out to you as well, you know, Fordham graduate and everything that you're doing in the community. So we shout out each other, but now we in the picture together. That's Black excellence. Because he's also part of this company. Yeah. Technically, like, he's one of the first investors in the company. And so, you know.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to you, Pastor Pierre. So, you know, he always thought outside of the box. And, you know, he about to get that return on his investment.
Yes, sir.
So for me, like, that's Black excellence. Like, seeing people that look like me that did it together and that's keep holding one another accountable and doing it together. You remember when we went to school together? It was me, you, and Alan. You know, we always held each other accountable. We always went to school together. We used to go.
I was telling him 15 plus years. Man.
Yo, I dead don't got friends 15 plus years. Like when he said 15 plus years, I'm like what?
Yeah, we used to go to the chicken over rice guy together.
Oh,
you
man.
know, like stuff like that. Like we held each other accountable, and the fact that like when you see your brothers around you doing good, it makes you want to do good as well, or just team up and do good with them.
Huge inspiration for me, man. In terms of consistency and knowledge, always searching for more. Definitely needed that in my life. 'Cause that's another thing that I feel, you know, we need as Black excellence. Fathers, bro. I didn't have, you know, my father around to be that, you know, blueprint. Yes. You know, my blueprint turned into music, like Jay-Z, in terms of, you know, I listened to the artists, listening to what they're saying, in terms of, you know, they motivated me. But then also having my brothers around me, oh man, that definitely pushed me to want more, you know. So that was Black excellence for me, you know. So fathers is also, you know, being a leader. That's Black excellence.
There you go,
of course. Yeah, and sometimes, you know, they push you into a role like me, you know, like, you know, I resonated more with the streets, and then I was chosen to be a youth leader for the church back then, and I started preaching. I know when y'all guys probably look like this guy's a preacher.
Man, I still say it.
He's a preacher? Like, you still a preacher or like you was?
Yeah, I'm an ordained minister.
Yeah.
People can't do that, my brother.
Yeah,
You can confess your sins, man. That's right.
Now on the podcast, man.
Nah, for real. But it's like over the years, I've just been able to do a lot of different things, and what I didn't know, I either asked someone or I found out myself, or even went back to school and understood it and tried to learn it, you know. And I always brought the knowledge back to the people, back to my people, and that's the point of this platform, to bring the knowledge back. And like, we then giving y'all free game, you feel me?
That's a fact.
And we not just one of the people that's like just talking, like we actually doing it.
We just doing it as real as possible. Like,
Yeah.
this is raw right here. Like,
raw.
You know what we talk about, man.
Yeah, and it's
you ain't gonna hear the, you know.
and we certify like awards, newspapers, by
I was gonna
politicians.
say, you gonna tell them why we late?
Nah. We're gonna keep that one a secret. Like, that's behind the scenes. They gotta pay extra for that one. That's the OnlyFans subscription.
$30.
Start charging y'all. $sign the Real Word Inc. That's $sign the Real Word Inc. That's the Cash App. So send the Cash App or PayPal.
There's a reason why we was late.
On www.therealwordministriesinc.org. That's therealwordministriesinc.org, and hit the donate button if you're trying to donate.
We
Turn them up.
So what I wanted to
we moving up. Like,
So what I wanted to get back to you is you said something about like during the pandemic, everyone wanted to be entrepreneurs. Almost everybody wanted to be king. Everybody started calling each other king, but even back then when we were kings, well, technically they're still kings now.
Yeah,
they're still
we just
African
didn't
kings
know.
now. even back then, everyone wasn't a king because the main source of the king's revenue is because he owns the land. That's why they call him the king. He owns the land, and therefore that's where the term landlord comes from because he's the lord of the land.
You just told me something that's crazy.
So it's because he's the biggest land holder now, and then dudes that are richer, or that's in his gang, like those are the lords. Like, all right, these are my lords. They work for me now. Just like now, you got manager, assistant manager, you got supervisors, then you got department managers, then you got regular workers. The king sits on the top. He sits on his throne. You watch like, yo, what's going on? Everybody at the bottom. What's going on? Like, my bread not the same. My bread is good. I'm good. And if you see the king,
I need some help in this department.
Most of the time the king is fat. He's drinking wine and eating bread because he's good. That's why he said, "Where my bread at?"
Yo, nah, that's crazy.
Well, I don't know if he's fat.
Most kings are fat though, bro. Like, that's how you know you eating good. Like, it's good to be the king. You know, you get all the women, all the wine, all the gold, all the bread.
All the treasure.
But now everybody's like, I'm king. Like, how, bro? If you was really ruling a kingdom, like, what would you do? Or show me your kingdom that you're ruling right now, and your works will determine whether you're a king or not.
That's right there.
That is true.
So even now, like, no disrespect to certain people, when like, yo, what up, king? Like, I came like, yo, what up, king? Back to you. Not to say no disrespect to you, but
I get what you're saying.
You should level up, my brother. Like, step it up, bro. Like, do more. It's because you look it up to me, but this could be you too if you put in the work.
I gotta play devil's advocate on that. The king thing to me was, I get what you're saying, because it definitely, when I was working at Carver Bank, everyone did not have a CEO mind, the king mind. Everyone was, that's what I was talking about, selfishness, people were a little too selfish.
Some people is workers, bro.
Yes, exactly. And there's nothing wrong with being a worker, because there are great soldiers out there, The king wouldn't be nothing without his soldiers. If you play chess, you need every piece on the board. Everything matters. Like, there ain't nothing wrong with being a knight. The knight does different things. The king necessarily doesn't even do the biggest moves.
Not at all.
People,
my son take one step and that's it.
Exactly.
But you talk about all the things on the chessboard, but a lot of people, they don't know how to play their role.
That's what
and then another thing, like, people don't understand, we get in business, like, when you all up in your feelings, like, those don't go hand in hand.
So I'll just finish off the king statement. The king thing to me started as, for me personally, I can only speak for me. When I was saying it to people, I always wanted them to think higher of themselves, I didn't want them to feel, because especially nowadays, and I'll give credit to Rohan, the guy Black Elephant, he said the N word, the nig word, was a demeaning word, even if you were saying it as friends, most times you'd be like, "Oh, stupid Nick," it always had some type of bad backlash behind it.
I'd rather say brother than king. At least I see you as an equal, or someone I could help, or someone that could help me.
True that. Because I would say I could understand where you come from, because king can make somebody big-headed right after,
big-headed.
I'm a king to this guy. Might go too far now.
For me,
so I could definitely, but that's what I was just saying. Well, I will always say king. Well, I used to say king a lot, especially the earlier back then during COVID when it first started. That was kind of when it first started, when everyone was calling each other king. It was just more to big a brother up in a sense, And I always looked at it as, I know I'm a king in my heart, So I don't got no problem calling somebody else a king, because I still don't even think you rule over me. I just know you got your own family. You got, like you said, you got your own land. You got your own things. You take care of what you're doing with it. I don't know. But I got my own family, my own land that I gotta take care of. So I know, as a king to me and king to you, good luck, my king.
So let's say this, right? A manager comes in and a maintenance man or janitor say, "Oh, what's up, king? I see you." What you gonna like? Yo, what's up, king? I see you too.
Ooh, that's kind of hard.
I say what you appreciate you, like good looking.
I would say king back.
What I would say, you king of the mops.
I don't know what he got, but I know he got his own. Like God said, each his own. So I'm just gonna tell him, you king of yourself, right? So if he call me king,
I feel like it all depends on who you really say it to. You know what I mean? Like, if you know that person, you feel me?
Okay,
you feel like he's worthy of those words coming out your mouth, then go ahead. But if someone just randomly like say if you're taking out garbage, someone walk down the street, yo, good job, King. Mom don't gotta do that. Pops don't gotta do that. Good job, King. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm not gonna call you king back. You feel me? Because like what you not doing nothing in my eyes for me to call you king. You get what I mean? You feel me?
So what about king for you? Because you got it tatted.
Word, yo, you know that's crazy. So me, I know I'm a king. Just on the strength of the person I became. You feel me? Like I wouldn't be here with the mindset I had a year ago. You feel me? I was a selfish person. I was disrespectful to family. You feel me? I was really the ideal black person in society. You feel me? Not giving a fuck. You feel me? Just saying fuck everything. You feel me? SMD. You feel me? Just But like evolving past my 20s, it was like, yo, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I acting like this? You feel me? Like, it's really. Yo, can I curse on here?
Say bleed.
Well, not really, but you already did.
I was gonna ask y'all, but I felt like it was okay.
We're gonna bill you later.
Nah,
No more.
Nah, it just
it been a lot of bleep bleep.
Nah,
this episode crazy.
We gonna trade wrong.
What's the point of your ministry?
But
I'm sitting next door, pastor. You feel me? Like, I'm really.
That's how you express your
I'm really
emotions.
I'm really a project of my environment. You feel me? I don't want to be cursing. I don't want to be talking like I'm from the hood. You feel me? Like the way you was handling that phone call, I want to do that, bro. Like I want to be proper. I want to speak to people properly. You feel me? But like
that takes time and practice, though.
I feel that, bro. I feel like you feel me? And it's like me personally, I'm not around people to experience that. You get what I mean? You feel me? Like personally, my crib, my job, my crib, my job. That's it. You feel me? Whatever I do in the house, you feel me? That's all I really know. You get what I mean? I don't hang out with friends. I don't go to parties. You feel me? I don't do the extras. I just do home and work. You feel me? So it's like.
Look, it's nothing wrong when you do that because you basically sacrificing time. But if you put it in the work,
you
later on it's
still
not
gotta
worth it.
explore. You gotta get.
You feel me?
When you explore, you get the opportunity of talking to different people. It kind of just opens your mind up. Not even in the sense of I wouldn't say you learn from them, but in terms of you learn from the experience.
Nah, you do.
You realize that, I don't gotta talk like this to this person, you know. You want to be more universal eventually.
Thank you. Like me coming on this podcast and you saying, like, not even you saying, but me asking you, can I curse? And you be like, yo, that's not really allowed. Like, that's me not knowing, like, yo, like, I'd never, like, I ain't gonna lie.
No, it's not your fault.
No, I get that, but like me being me coming up as an artist, you feel me? I want people to tell me those mistakes. You know what I mean? I want people to tell, yo, bro, like, this is how you should carry yourself. This is how you should move when you're on camera or when you move when you're on the street. You feel me? I need that. You feel me? I never really had that. You get what I mean?
What I could say honestly is like one of my jobs. I'm a director of social services, so I hire like people that work in the social service department. So sometimes I gotta hire people and I'm interviewing them and they curse on the interview and I'm looking at them like, yeah, I'm not gonna hire you. Because if you this relaxed on the interview and you don't know me, I don't know you.
Yeah.
So imagine like how relaxed you are once I hire you and I'm paying you money. Like
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, you gonna mess that package up for me and you.
You feel me? And me coming here, I just want y'all to know I respect all y'all as Black Kings. You feel me? The phone call, you saying and talk to me outside, you invite me on a podcast, I respect that. You feel me? And I don't want to extend myself to the point where I'm cursing.
Nah,
everybody
just say
we didn't take it as disrespect.
No.
It was more so. It's just for the people.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I just want to let y'all know I respect y'all and I respect y'all's space. You feel me? I don't want to be doing that. You feel me?
And I'm sure even the people online just heard you just expressing yourself. You didn't come off as disrespectful.
No, I did that.
It's your first time.
There you go, bro.
We still gonna bill you though.
You gotta know, no bleep, bleep. That means too much bleep.
Yeah, man. So now that we spoke about Black excellence and we spoke about the different things that has inspired us on our path, like, what do you guys feel like right now is the driving energy to keep moving forward? Because we live in a time where a lot of people's giving up. So where do y'all draw y'all motivation from?
Yeah, Mine's is the easiest right now. My daughter coming out, so I ain't gonna hold you. I put it back. I'm benching 225, deadlifting 225, squatting 225. All I'm thinking about is, you know, getting my energy back up, because I can't hold you out. In the earlier COVID, you know, I was finding more, you know, inspiration to like what I want to do, because I'm like, yo, people are dying right now.
You feel me?
I'm like, what am I gonna represent? So
what legacy you gonna leave?
Exactly. So I'm like, yo, I realized I was like kind of wasting my younger. I wouldn't say wasted, because nothing is wasted. You know, it all leads up to who you're gonna become later on. But I felt like, you know, man, I could have did things differently. I'm not gonna let my children go through that. And you know what? I'm not gonna let my brothers go through that either. Like my younger brothers. I'm not gonna let my younger sisters go through that. That's why I always, you know, always on here talking about, man, these kids need this, these kids need this. Like I wanna be able to provide for them, because as a kid growing up without a father, I know how I'm not even gonna say America, how the
kids treat you when you don't have it.
You know. I know how easy it is to fall into a pattern of, you know, that you don't even want, that you don't realize until later on. Like, I didn't want to be in that type of pattern. Like, yeah, you know, you're just riding a wave in a sense.
That's exactly how you could put it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man. So that's my motivation, you know.
Your daughter.
Yeah.
And the younger generation would have saved so bad, man.
Yeah.
You gotta just find a kid, a mentor that kid, man. Or like start a program. Like even within the program, we got like that Big Brother program. Like we waiting for that grant, but we could start it. You know.
Yeah.
Matter of
I
fact,
want to start a soccer team. Man.
If everything falls into place, bro, we could do all of that.
It's happening. What do you mean if it falls?
That
into place?
kid
It's already be happening, man.
It's one.
I already finished that cup, you know.
Y'all already did.
I thought you would have finished first.
So what about you, Ace? Like, what's the motivations you got right now?
I mean, for me, my motivation, like, I'll say, like, I'll start off with family, but the real beginning for me was, like, when my sister was born. Because I'll say, before my sister was born, you know, the type of person I was, like, he probably know, he knew what type of person I was. You know?
I was low-key demon out
You know what type of person I was.
Pastor with the cross on it.
I'll be honest, like, I was always about bully, like that was just me, like, it was just the mentality I really had from where, I would say, like, this, like he said, like, it was really the mentality I had, because, you know, I went to church and stuff back then in the day, like, I was in the church, but, man, I was really more in the environment. That's how I'm going to just leave it, like, I was more in the environment, so, like, but I still had my mother, where I was, like, because my mother would believe, so, like, you know, me and my mother had no back in friction, but at the end of the day, I still love my fam, so that part I always held on to. I think holding on to that, that'd be a lot of bullies, because then my sister came into play. I remember when my mother said she was having my sister, and I honestly thought she was just, you know, BSing me, to be honest, because she said, she came up to me and my sister with it, like, look, I'm about to have a kid, but I remember they was speaking before, they were talking about, look, y'all about to be grown, we go back to the islands, it's just, you know, have fun in the islands, because they ain't want to be here no more, but then, that's what I was really just thinking, but then, you know, as time passed on, I see my brother got a belly, I'm like, oh, you actually pregnant, then she was like, it was a girl. At first, I'll be honest, my first reaction was like, damn, why a girl? Like, why a girl? Like, in my thought, I was just thinking, like, nah, this is probably because of me. I'm gonna just leave it at me, because, you know, I was out here, you know.
The Lord himself was fighting.
Yeah, like, they're like, damn, probably got one sister.
Gotta make this copy.
I gotta have two, and then this one's mad young too, so at first I was like, but, I mean, since I seen her, like, probably the second day she got out, and ever since the second day, I don't know, I was like, it built me into a different man. I told you, that was probably the day where, like I just said, alright, I gotta stop being on my bully.
Your mindset changed.
Yeah, like, that's when the first mindset was changing, but it didn't fully develop, but the older she get, the more, I would say, it developed for me being around her.
I feel like saying something spicy. Maybe it's the truth.
Like I say, it really started with my sister. Started with my sister, you know, I put myself in the environment that, you know, bring that type of side of me out.
See, women, you got a responsibility. Women got a responsibility. A sweet woman keeps a man sweet. All this, in the sense of, you know, it keeps us, you know, good thinking. In a sense of when a woman is on her grimy, it makes a man want to be even grimier.
Yeah.
So all this ratchet talk, all this fake nails, I'm coming after all of y'all. Y'all need to stop, cause y'all gonna make us want to do some shicey things to y'all. Cause y'all want to be so phony. It's like, all right, I'm gonna give you some, and then I'm gonna be phony and hang up. That's real. Like, y'all got a responsibility. Like,
so they got to step their game up.
They got to. In terms of a sweet man, when I go to the bar, I'm gonna tell you right now, personally, when I go to the bar, if the bartender, because the bartender, the woman that the bartender is like the host to me in the sense of she gets everyone at the party happy. You know, if she not talking sweet, there's a problem. Because now it's to me like, oh, this is a dirty place. Because if the woman talking dirty, I can't imagine this is a good place to be. I mean, if she talking sweet, like, hey, how's it going? You already feel different. You're like, oh, this is a nice vibe. Like,
I take 3 cups right
Exactly.
Sometimes they make more money than the dancers.
Because because you get to talk to them.
And they be looking nice.
Great.
Oh, we're going to talk about the outfits later, but I didn't want to cut you. This is
you
turn
good,
to talk
man.
about
I ain't stressing
what
none of
motivates you.
Shit, what motivates me? It gotta be my mom, cause since I can't remember when I was 2, 3, 4. You feel me? But since I was 6, like non-stop work. Like non-stop work, day in, day out, non-stop work to the point where like I wouldn't sleep in my own crib. You get what I mean? I sleep in my cousin's crib. I sleep in my uncle's crib. I sleep in my aunt's crib. Like non-stop working. It's like she's still working. You get like I got my own job and she's still hustling. It's like the work not hard for her, but it's still like chill, take a break. You feel me? Like stay in the house for a day, stay in the house for a week. You feel me? I got you. You get what I mean? So it's like that's really what my drive is, to make sure she get a $1 million house. She get to kick her feet up, order groceries on her phone. You feel me? Get to cook up. You feel me? That's like if I ever become a big enough artist, that's my end goal. Like if I get her own crib, her own service. I will sit back, chill. If people want more music, I'll give them more music. But like that's my reach. That's success for you. You feel me? That's success for me.
I would say what motivates me who motivates me right now is my daughter. Like I always say, like I call her Millie because she was the motivation to get that Millie, that first Millie. You know, so
$1 million.
Yeah. So for me, like my brother and sisters, like they good. They can take care of themselves. Like my parents, they good too. Like my pops and mom's about to retire. They good. Like you know. So like I'm responsible for the next generation because I'm the first one to introduce the next generation after me.
Wow, you all right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's like we all gotta. That's why I say like a village raised a child. Like we all gotta protect her, like raise her, like help her out, and look out for that. But but it's my responsibility first, you know. And I always tell people like it's not like I can't take care of my kid. Like that's my kid, you feel me? Like in a man that don't take care. Like you can't be a man if you don't take care of your kid. Like so. You
can't be a king, definitely.
Yeah, it's not. So like that's where like I see that. You understand what I'm saying? Like other than that, like I draw motivation from the people that believe in me. Like you know, sometimes I don't even know the things that I could do or what I'm able to do, but it's because like you know people believe in me. You know, like yo, you could do this, and I be laughing like yo, I don't know if I could do this for real, and then I do it. Like and the fact that like people follow me, like you know, I be asking people like yo, help me with this, do that, and they're like alright, and or like even people that be around me, I give them idea like yo, that's a good idea, let's put this into action, and like you know. Like sometimes even showing up, sometimes you know people get inspired or motivated by that. So it's like I'm as I grow, like I'm now more so starting to understand my role that I play within the society and the role that I'm playing. And it took like other people seeing who I was before I seen who I was. I was
I can speak to that, man. For as long as I know you, man. Even when you was reckless, I've always felt you was pushing for good, you know, good goals, you know. Even if you was doing it in a reckless way, you still pushing for the good goals, you know. You wanted more for people, more for yourself. He was like, yo, what are we doing? We could get more.
You gotta get more. We in inflation time.
Like, even when we was lifting, it was like, yo, we could lift more.
Like when I got a car, like all of us got cars.
Yeah, bro.
Like we went to the club
I
and
ain't gonna
started
hold you.
blah,
It
blah.
was like some dope boys in the streets.
Yeah,
Back we weren't dope boys though. That was the crazy part. We were just smart young men.
They used to drive to school with
Tents.
the tents.
Yo,
No
bro,
fishbowl.
going down Rockaway
No
was
fishbowl.
hard, but we enjoyed it.
Pull up to the club, everybody pull up, pop bottles. We started off from my mom minivan. We used to just with the slider door.
That's a humbleness in there, cause I ain't gonna hold you. We used to jump out like 5 of us, like yeah,
I just skipped the whole line. Go to the club, be like, yo, I had a minivan next. Skip y'all.
man.
the life of the party, man.
That's why they bad.
And here's the thing, you know, we was also, he was older than us, so at the time we was a little younger. I ain't gonna say that, I mean, these clubs ain't even open, some of them, but we was younger and we was like, oh, I can't let them in here, man. We was like, nah, we well-mannered young men, man. We just here to have a good time and celebrate with our brother. Like, they was like, all right, you know, I respect that.
No drinking though. No drinking. And the middle of the bar, you see him holding a bottle. Like, yeah, you know, couches, this.
Fuck that rose. Pop it up.
He was like, what we gonna get? We always was trying to get big because we started off with Henny and all those other. And then we was like, nah, we gotta go. We was like, we had so much pride after that. Nah, we gotta get some Ciroc and some Rosé, man.
Rosé.
You got it the
Always
same
do
night.
it.
It was a picture where I'm popping the bottle and they
I
fly
feel like
out.
this, like,
It felt like this, you know?
I'm like the Holy Grail.
You like,
It felt like we made it.
you like, hey, we made
It's
it.
like the championship. Like that's how young we are. So imagine recently when we went to the awards show. Like,
Oh man,
That's a fact.
mind you, we was on chill. Like they thought we was turned up.
It was just a little sturdy.
Exactly, they thought we was turned up. We was like, nah,
Just a
this is-
it
preview.
was like blink, pop, smoke.
So let me. I know this is y'all podcast, but let me ask y'all a question. What was the most impactful time of y'all lives? The matter of fact, what's the most impactful year of y'all lives?
I'll say. What do you mean impactful? Like you
Like,
know, where we flip
so
the
far,
script.
Yeah, you feel me? You be like, you know what? I gotta do this different. You feel me?
For
I gotta.
me, I would say from 2015 to
Is that the lowest years?
2020.
Or was-
2015 was when I did my first sermon, and then after that, like the points just started hitting. Like you know, I did the sermon, did my first sermon, did the second sermon, got ordained as a deacon. Then after that, I kept going, became youth director for the first time, then became chaplain for the Northeastern Franco-Haitian Federation. Then by the time 2018 came around, we did the show, incorporated the business, started the 501c3. I got married in between that. 2018, 19, I had my baby.
I'll say
You know,
around that
moved over here.
Yeah.
Built the studio right here that we in right now.
That's how
You
it
know,
started.
Never
Then
give
went
up on
back
your
to
dreams,
school.
and-
Got my master's. So
Yeah, I
by the
remember
time
he was working on that. I remember being in crib during the Super Bowl. He was telling me like, "Yo, I got an essay to do." Like, it's just,
yeah. So it was like it was between 2015 to 2022 right now. Like right now is the victory lap. That's why all the awards are coming in and stuff
all
like
the hard
that.
work paying off.
Yeah, it's the victory lap. Like you know.
I say for me around that same time, but mine was a little harsh. I don't think I've ever said this on the air, but I had a girlfriend at the time and she had a miscarriage. And that's when it started, you know, my life flipped around. I was like, oh nah. I started wondering if I was ready, if this was, you know, God telling me like, yo, you're not ready yet, you know. You wasn't gonna be able to help the kid out. So that's when I started flipping around. I went back to school, went to banking, I started learning money, investing. That's when I flipped around. In terms of even moving here, I started thinking about like the neighborhood. That's when I really started thinking about like how can I help the neighborhood, because the neighborhood over here and, you know, Bensonhurst is way quieter than what I remember. Even going back to Canarsie, I'm like, Canarsie wasn't that bad, but now it's like I'm hearing police sirens, you know, I'm seeing police on the corner. I'm like, so now I'm like, I gotta be bigger, you know. That's when, so I'll say around the same 2016, 2017 actually was when it happened. So yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, but if that's how it is as like a family, because we grew up almost like a family. It's like, you know, when you see people around you leveling up, like you have no other choice but to level up. You're like, yo, I can't be playing games, bro. I can't be wasting no
Nah,
time.
hold on. It's either level up with your mans or soak in the envy. You feel me? It's either you soaking in the envy or you gonna be like, you know what? He got the seat right now. I'm a ride by his side, or you know, I'm gonna just be like, you know what?
That's true.
He doing his thing. He probably not gonna think about me.
There's only 2 lanes you can go, man.
You feel me?
Some people think there's a middle. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Either with the team or not with the team.
That's it. Like, you gonna pick your lane.
This is a powerful picture. I'm looking at it. I'm like,
Nah, that's a fact, man.
I'm gonna see if I can tell all y'all out. This is my boy.
Yeah, I'm not in this picture.
Alright.
This is recent.
I want to say this is you.
Nah.
yeah.
I was gonna say to him.
This is probably like
That's his
2
brother.
years ago.
Oh,
You
that-
pointed that out perfectly.
That's a fact.
What was that? Before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, maybe like 2 Thanksgivings ago.
Yeah, that's a fact.
People is not doing this, bro. People is not doing this,
He
bro.
does this regular.
Sometimes that's a
Regular?
Why you
Black
think-
excellence. Black excellence.
I mean, for me, I'd say 2016 for me, to be honest. 'Cause that was my last year of college, and you know, I ain't gonna go full into detail, but you know, it was
Sound like a story behind it.
you know the story behind it. That was
an off-air talk.
all I'm gonna say is like, my sister was born, and I was probably like, I had a brawler in that time too, so like, it was like, the spicy, and then my sister was born, so like, it literally happened really probably like, my sister was born in April. It was crazy because we all born in April. I still find that crazy.
Universe, man.
Yeah, like, right? Like, it never feels all 3 of us in April. I'm like, God damn, man. Like you be putting this together or something? Like, how all 3 of us, like, the big 3, April. And then, like, it happened probably in June. So it was like, yeah, you know, like I said, like, it was really like a over time developing thing. So, like, you know, I had the most, I'm not going to say the most because I probably had a little hotter, more situation. But, yeah, I'll say, like, you know, I had my spiciest time. And then after that, you know, I would say the environment I was in, the school I was in, like, it was a toxic environment. And, you know,
The environment makes
the personally,
Makes all the difference.
yeah, it was a toxic environment. And then, you know, where I came from, you know, like I'm from the 90s, and all I'm gonna just say,
Well, you don't gotta say no more.
people that's from the 90s, you see Bobby Smurda, you see all of them, you know how we rock, like, we don't play that. So at the end of the day, like, it was really like he said, like, yeah, I was a proud of my environment. So
It's treacherous.
yeah, like, you know, it's really true. Like, at the end of the day, it's 2 people that really raised you. It's really your family and then the streets, because you're not really in the crib.
Nature and nurture.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So, like, you're gonna get best of both worlds, really. You can't really escape at the end of the day.
And we grew up in a concrete jungle.
Exactly. Like, you grew up in the jungle,
all types of people.
something gonna hit you. And for me, that's what just hit me. Like,
I still gotta laugh. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about who we call I guess we call him White Michael, but you know, I can't believe all those years playing basketball, he was high. I just didn't know. As a 14-year-old, 13-year-old kid, we playing ball with this older guy, and he was
nice.
He was but he was
things that didn't make no sense. Like,
Yeah.
all off the house.
yeah, he was. But and it blew our minds. It was like, yo, what is he on? Like,
You used to do off the easy
Not
football
only-
thing back. You popped up your hand. You be like, the hell?
Yo, it was
like,
only when I
relax,
got
bro.
like
We in the
to-
backyard. What are you doing?
It was only when I hit like 21, I'm like, yo, he was smoking weed.
You used to take the ball, bounce it off the house, and it's like, watch this. and just spin and twirl between all of us, and then just dug.
Blew our
Like,
minds, man.
Off the house is crazy.
Influence, man. Like, and he's there making us think like, yo, we gotta start trying things, man. We started
talking
trying
all crazy to us the whole time.
He was always.
So y'all was like 14. He was like 30.
Nah, he was like 17, 18. So
Yeah, he was around my age.
Yeah.
Shit.
So we was like 17, 18, and they were like, what, 16, 15?
Yeah, we had no idea. Me and AJ talking about it, like, yo, this whole time, man, we used to think he was just nice. We thought he was so nice, he thought he could do anything, but he was so high, he thought he should try anything.
Because no one told him he couldn't.
It worked for him though.
We used to just stand back and just watch him, sir.
Yo, he used to shoot, tippy toes on the edge, like, I'm like, why you doing that?
And then one day I blocked him. He was like, "Oh shit!" He was like, "Huh?"
Whenever he was against you, he was like, man, he's my age, he's in my range.
Yeah, he ain't like that.
He was a bully in the low key. He wanted to be just the bully of the backyard.
Yeah. He used to think he was nice until I started playing defense. So he was like that. He was like,
Claims.
And then he used to not want no smoke. He used to be like, yo, Ricard, why you going so hard? He used to blow his eye like.
That's when
he was like, "Oh, somebody else."
Yeah.
Somebody else.
And he used to be tired. Play this game.
And then he would just dip after.
Yeah, we.
Soon as they start
Seriously,
losing.
like.
Yeah.
Nah, but for real though, it was really my sister. Like, I say 2016. It really was my sister because I ain't gonna hold you, like, her being born, like, yeah, it really, changed my mindset. And over the years, it really grew because, thanks to my sister, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, yeah, my mother did give me the belief and stuff, but my sister started to change. Like, my little sister was the one that started to change, I'll be honest.
You gotta shout her out, man.
Yeah, shout out. I got her tatted right here, so.
That's
No,
it.
and every girl be like, give me tatted, but nah, buddy.
Nah, buddy.
Nah, buddy. They be like, who's good? I'm like, it was my sister, but oh yeah. I'm like, bro, it really is my sister.
Respect.
Yeah, so it really was her, because I always tell every girl when a few girls be telling me get them tattooed, like,
They
never.
telling you that?
I be like, yo, look,
I have to go through
I tell them, yo, close your eyes and dream, because
That's a fun question.
Not
Ricard,
the wife,
everybody told
not
you
the
to
girlfriend.
get them tatted.
Nah.
I didn't have to go through that.
Nah, I mean, we live in a different time.
Yeah,
so
I'm
kind
kind of happy I didn't
That's
have to
a
go through
dub. And most of the time I got tatted during breakups anyway.
That's a good idea. But yeah, it was really her, so that's why I got her tatted. I mean, she's the only girl I got tatted, and I don't see myself have anybody tatted.
I'm about to come after my brother. He got a girl tatted. Her name tatted. He had to
Matter of fact, I do got girls tatted. I got my sisters and my brother.
I mean, that's different.
That's a clock or no?
Oh, that's fire. Why I
that's a
never
clap
seen
over
this?
That's hard as hell.
Yeah,
I was
we
thinking
got
about
the
getting
clock.
some shit right
Yeah,
here.
that go over the shoulder, yeah.
That's
I got
the whole
Aga
sleeve.
here.
That's
I got
fire.
Aga, Sophia. You see, she holding the book because she's a teacher. Adele over here singing and dancing. See, and this is my sister that I lost.
That's
a
the
baby.
spirit. That's the family, yo.
Nah,
Yeah.
never seen that one, man. I remember you say you got the sleeve, but I don't think I ever saw
What was on the
detail.
sleeve?
Yeah. That was college time, right?
No, that's
Nah,
good.
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah, but I say, like, from her starting it, I'm really happy she was born. At first, I wasn't really happy because I was like, yo, goddamn, bro.
You gotta change.
It's a girl, like, why, why?
That's what everybody said though, you feel me? But I
It just
feel like
opens up another door. In a
Word.
sense, you know?
She made me become, I'll say overall, she made me become more loving and
Sweet. Told you.
Yeah, like, she brought more of the sweetness out of me because even, like, I was on my...
But that's good. You
Reckless
need
Tom
the
and
balance,
Ray.
man.
I was on deep. I'd be surprised if, for a person, the type of person I was back in the day, I really
I
get
feel like we
suspended.
need like a throwback story or something.
I personally didn't think he was ever going to change. To be honest.
Yo, I
I
didn't
thought
think
he
so
was
either.
always going to be on his bully. You feel me? Or get on my face. What? Really?
Yo, man, I like when people be all over my face, you know.
Alright, so we at that time. So closing thoughts.
I'll say, find your motivation. You know,
Facts.
you know me. I'm gonna talk to the youth because y'all hard headed. So I'll keep talking to y'all. But find a motivation to be smart. think of the word smart. Whatever, everyone should have the same meaning of the word smart. It has something to do with being better, being wiser. So find a motivation to be smart. You know, we all spoke about what our motivations were to get better. Find your motivation. I don't care what you're doing for your hustle, but be smart with your hustle. Like, so that's my closing thoughts. Man. I'm gonna finish my shot.
My closing thoughts gotta be trust the process on how you live your life. Every day is a blessing, not a given right. You feel me? Just take every day by a step. You feel me? And just know that you gotta be the better version than you was yesterday.
Every day is a new blessing, new opportunity. You can't be worried about the past. You think about the past too much, you're gonna be stuck in the past.
That's a new closing thought.
That's your closing thought?
Nah, everything with life.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything. Right. I mean, it's true though. So it's like, you know, you gotta.
Yeah.
Once you really understand the quote, then you able to stay in life. Then you able to accept it, and you know, like it's gonna be like more logic, less emotion. Cause like
you make better decisions when you know you gotta pay.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, like a lot of these things were set in place way before we was born. So like, why are we really tripping? You get what I'm saying?
Facts. My closing thought is like you can literally be whatever you want to be.
That's
especially in this America, whether you want to change what it is or how you look or what it is. But be wise with it, with everything that you do within the body that you are currently, because that's the body that you have in this life, and you would like to ride this thing called life for as long as you can. I mean, the other day I met a 94-year-old woman, and she has black and white pictures in her house, and it changed my entire life just sitting in her presence, and to see the things that she's been able to collect throughout the years of her life was inspirational to me, knowing that, you know, I'm a quarter of her age, maybe. She's 9.
They're like, whoa,
so,
how old are you?
So just by seeing that, you know, it motivates me, and you know, if I'm the person that motivates you, keep me in your prayers, keep my family and keep my peoples and keep this ministry in your prayers. So shout to all of y'all, because without y'all, we wouldn't be this far so far. So
we need to.
So shout out to everybody for watching. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting. You want to close out with a prayer?
Close out with a prayer? That's crazy. Ooh, that's crazy. I don't even remember the last time I did a prayer, but
today.
I just want to bless everybody at the table. I just want to say that God is great. I just want to say that we're all going to strive to better things. We're all gonna eat what we deserve. Blessings are coming towards us. Amen.
Amen. So thank you for tuning in. Good night and God bless y'all.
It's the real word. It's the real